Hey, you. Hey, I'm just not reading your Marco Polos from yesterday, and I'm so sorry I missed them. Usually I get like a notification or something. I didn't get anything. I'm not getting those for some reason. So I'm going to update my Marco Polo. But no, I was not drunk. I was half asleep, but I was not drunk. I might have had a little bit. I was all right, though. But as for Angela, I kept her company. She was really frustrated and upset because she never hardly goes out. And so that one day yesterday, that's her special day, her birthday, and she got all dressed up. She was so pretty, and just ready to go ahead and lose her, break her celibacy. She said celibacy, but celibacy. Waiting for her best friend, and she waited for this dude since 12 o'clock. It's her birthday. Dude came from Happy Camp. I don't know where that is. Happy Camp, California. But he came down finally to go get her. And so in the meantime, I kept her company. I swear, I love her old school taste. Like she was bringing all kinds of songs up. And the first dance she did, when she's sitting here all like turned up, I'm seeing a different side of her. She did the WAP, electric slide. You know what I'm saying? The MC Hammer was going down. But glad I made her feel special before she left. So she left probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock. That's probably why I didn't get your call either. Um, and yeah, you should have grabbed that food. And a couple things, I should not be eating red meat because my ankles are swollen. That steak last night. But if you're hungry today, I still have leftovers. I have a little bit leftovers left. I had your stuff pre-packed. But I'm gonna do some bacon wrapped hot dogs, Mexican style. It's hella good. I'm doing Mexican this week and Italian all next week. So you're more than welcome. And about my check, so I talked to my boss, and he called me at the end of the day because he's frustrated too. He went back and forth to the supervisor's office several times and the program manager, and no one's at their desk. So I know they're in meetings on Thursdays. But he said he left a post-it. He had me on speakerphone or conference to call and make sure they left voicemails, emails, all kinds of shit. So they're trying to get it resolved by today. And if not, I have more funds tomorrow. But I need my check today. I need it yesterday. I need the day before. So I'll keep you posted with that. What else is there? Um, it really does bother me. It's hurting both of us about this whole breakup thing. I'm not gonna lie. It's killing me too. And it's so crazy how we're connected because I don't know why. Something woke me up at 4 something in the morning and my phone's on silent. Like I just knew someone said, wait a minute, I'm up. And I rolled over, my computer's on as always. I fall asleep to YouTube. And I see you texting or sending me messages. All those messages you sent. And so I read them, baby. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. It's just the dynamics of things are gonna change. And I still love you a lot. I adore you. And you're very important to me. You're special. You're everything to me. I just know some things. And so it's like no matter how many times I tell you that, it's just not registering, I think this is where we have a problem. You know, um, what it comes down to, I think, and I even think I know, is setting boundaries and having my waters tested. So since the beginning, when things start out cool, how many times have I talked to you about, the importance of positive thinking? And it's all this negative commentary. You say commentary or commenting. I call it complaining. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's too much negative energy and it's draining. You've seen that a couple times for yourself, how it just drains me. And so going on 6 months of that and it's not getting better, it's more intense. It's beating me down. I can only imagine this is what I'm going to deal with for the rest of my life. I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm trying to sit there and grow and be a better person. So I'm on a whole different path and I operate a whole different way. I'm not saying you have to be my way, but I just can't surround myself with certain energy because it's consuming, it's exhausting, and it's taking away from me. That's number one. Number two is think about even for the way you drive. I know that's a work in progress too. And how many times you've had conversations and you recognize you have a problem, and then you go ahead and repeat the same pattern over and over and over and over again for a series of months. So after I have to keep repeating myself on this, I'm letting you know it's not comfortable, even not trying to lecture you, but looking out for your best interest and saying, you have gone this far. You're going to sit there and do some stupid shit and throw it all away because you want to sit there and act like you have big balls, which you do, but damn, and lose everything you work for just because you had the mob. And it gets old. So I have to revisit the situation over and over and over again continuously for 6 months. And I get tired of that. So of course I'm gonna grow increasingly irritated because I hate having to repeat myself. And I thought about this too. The over controlling part and the overbearing part, you caught that. I know you apologize and I appreciate that. But it's in your nature. And so, as I'm telling you, I have a problem with this shit, and that's not the first time I said it. You continue the same pattern continuously, and I have to keep repeating myself in the same issue. It's never changed, it's getting worse. And so, yes, I'm going to start snapping back because I'm tired of repeating myself. And what I think bothers me even more is that even the situation of where I am right now, what offended me is I don't appreciate how you like to generalize everybody. So everyone here is a dope fiend or crackhead or whatever else. I don't appreciate that shit. Because truth be told, there's been less than a handful of females in here that are on drugs. We're on drugs. They're not here anymore. Everybody else is going through something. Just like me. I'm not on drugs. You don't see me out there tricking. There's women here with their kids, newborns. Not everybody's a bad person. But to hear the way you refer to people who I actually appreciate, who have been a part of my therapy, people I see as being solid. Like Angela, she's a solid chick. She might be questionable with some things. I don't even think she's questionable with that. We had a conversation. She showed me some paperwork. She's straight. But it's a fact you like to generalize. So you take jabs at somebody who I find I have an adornment for. So even if somebody were to talk shit about you, I'm fucking them up. Because they don't know you. But I don't like how you generalize the place I'm staying. Basically, it's like, a drug halfway house or some shit. It's not like that. And I know you've had experiences in your situation. Mine is similar. But don't generalize everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make friends here, but some people you make connections with, I don't appreciate that. I find that highly offensive. You just don't stop. And so again, I say, even though I love my father very much, my father was my everything. Still my everything. There is a dark side of him. There's a reason why he got murdered. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Because the same way you treat and emotionally and spiritually is in a way beating me down, like wearing me down. The same thing you do with Erica. So now I understand why she kind of gets a little froggy, say, why are you talking to her in such a tone? Because you're starting to do that shit with me. He did that and more, amplified with my mom and also with Yolanda, the person who had him murdered, his second wife. And you don't realize you don't have to sit there and be a bully. Like, you could be more rah-rah. But your words and your energy is very, very, they're strong. And it's, in a way, it's not really abuse, but it's not comfortable. And so I'm looking at that. And I see how my mom went through things and how my stepmom went through things. And I see it for myself and watch this happen. I understand a lot, and I don't want to be that person. My dad never did that to me. Because he pre-programmed me the way he wanted me. But I don't want to be my mom and Yolanda compared to my dad. And that's what it feels like is coming from you, and that's not comfortable. And so I know you keep saying to give things a chance, and, it's a process. But, baby, it's only 6 months in the game, and I'm seeing all this so far, and it's getting progressively worse. Even being micromanaged and all this other shit. And the jabs always worried about who I'm dating with or making these little jabs here. It's like, you don't trust me? I can't do it. And so I love you. I love you. I would love to be your wife. I would love to have your son. I would. But it's just not right. And you're wearing me down. So even for having space, yesterday I'm going to give a pass go because, we both wanted that. But even after, it's the fact that, about that space challenge, I have not had a chance to work on myself because I'm always working around you. My life has been surrounding you. And in that part, I'm losing myself and I'm getting off my game. And so my thing is, if I see you as a friend going through something, I know you do need space. I'm going to give that to you because I need you to grow and be a better version of yourself. And you just won't even let me have it. Or just lighten up the reins a little bit. But I'm not saying any of this to hurt you. I'm not saying this to hurt you, I promise. I love you. And I know you love me. I've never once had to question. I've never once had to question if you love me. I know you do. And you have been loyal to me. You've been loyal to me since day one. I never had to question that shit. I just know it's not healthy and it's becoming toxic. And, even though I mentioned the other night about, doing the sex addicts anonymous thing, I think you need to go. Because I'm reverting back into old behaviors. Even with you, you want me to be addicted to you, but that's not good, dude. This is not healthy. Sex is one thing. We have fun every day. I get that. It's been very, very pleasurable. I enjoy myself. But I don't know. This is not good. This isn't good. And I think that when we get together, it should be more, even for long term, dude. We should be a full package and have everything together. But you're gonna have to work as a team on this one. And trust your girl. And how is it that you have access to my phone to see even my Facebook account? You can see anything. You're always checking in my phone. And it's like, I still can't catch a break. I can't catch a break. The whole purpose of going to the whole medical leave, and I do believe a part of me losing this baby was because of stress. And I told you, I said when I was pregnant, even for the way you drive and just everything, man, I can see maybe if you just speed a little bit. This motherfucker's like NASCAR. I'm like constantly feel like you have to compete with everybody. You're going to get us killed or get yourself killed. And I'm seeing bigger pictures. I'm glad you humbled yourself with the video you watch. I just don't see this ending well. I'm not happy. There's so much stress. And the stress isn't even mine. Like this shit I could sit there and deal with it and bounce back from. But the stress you bring me, I have to sit there and deal with it. What I have to deal with this whole time for situations that aren't even mine. You know what I'm talking about. I have to carry that load on top of my load and be okay with shit. It's very overwhelming. And I deserve better. I still ride with you. I still rock with you. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't want this relationship. And I love you enough, respect you enough to tell you the truth rather than sit there and pretend some shit. You feel me? So anyway, sorry I missed your Marcos yesterday. You're looking very handsome, by the way. Let me know what your game plan is for today. I know I would love to see you pass this challenge. I need to get some stuff done. In fact, I'm working your stuff right now as we speak. How many times have I told you I need space? I'm not saying that shit to be cute. You see me have like breakdowns. I just needed space. Every single day it's always you. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's always you. And I haven't had a chance to work on myself, so while I'm building you, I'm falling apart here. So do you think that's fair? Even machines need to have maintenance done. And I haven't had a chance for maintenance still. You get the whole picture. You've seen everything. So anyway, what I want you to not do is make me feel bad for setting boundaries and making a conscious choice to tell you that I need space. I need to work on me because I haven't had that and I'm owed that. I've gone through all this shit all my life, not just with my mother. I'm talking about with Winston, his nasty ass, my brother, all the shit of things I had to endure with my dad's murder. I never had a chance to truly grieve from. All this stuff I had to deal with. On top of just everything. And I can finally have a chance to take the band-aids off and let my wounds breathe. For the first time, I could actually breathe and get the proper care. Actually, I really do support. I love support groups. And I find people that have gone through situations much worse than what I have gone through. You hear the stories. You see how people grow and how we support each other. I need this time. So I can recover from all those traumas, from everything. And I can't get that because it's always about you. And you see it. You see the pain. And you're not a bad dude. You are phenomenal. You're wonderful. You're one hell of a team player. You ride or die for the most part. But your girl needs to take some time for herself. You just won't get it. And if I get too quiet, you start flipping out. I'm not even on Facebook at 2 and 3 in the morning. I'm actually knocked the fuck out. My computer's still on, but you still think I'm talking to somebody. Or Marco Polo. And I'm actually just like, the phone's on. I'm not looking at Marco Polo. I'm looking at your messages and not having a chance to respond yet. We need to cut that paranoia shit out. For real. Anyway, I am going to rest for a while. And I meant what I said about Great America. This not fair. Some of the shit you do is not fair. And I don't deserve that shit. I'm cool. But I don't know. You're not a bad person. And don't try to sit there and feed me a pity party with this other stuff, because you know what? You had every chance to correct yourself, and I gave several chances. I talked to you about it. Not the first time. We had several conversations. And yet you still test boundaries and test the waters and disrespect my boundaries. So I'm telling you something, like I'm telling you that I prefer women. You found out the hard way. I actually do prefer women. Whoop-de-doo, I told you. You found out the hard way. For talking about what happened the other week, and I told you I was not okay with it. I kept saying I'm not cool. You kept trying to pressure situations. And I went ahead and let you do it anyway. I said, fuck it. And I can't even look at you the same anymore. Now you understand what I was talking about after the fact. And I disconnect just like that. Don't say I let that happen, because it wasn't a rape situation, but something you kept pressuring for me for. And I told you I'm not the normal female. I'm not into that shit. I tried to warn you. And you don't get mad after the fact, but why you asked for the ass whooping. So when I say that I'm not happy or if something's wrong, I'm telling you the truth. Listen to what I say. But I really don't see this as working out long term. And what we may want is not always what we may need. And I may want you, and I do. But I don't need this, at least not at this point in my life. I love myself and come way too far. I'm not going to sit there and go back into old patterns. You're reminding me of Jesse. I can't do that shit. Because I know how it's going to end, and I'm not going to be happy. The same person you found and met, and how you found me, my makeup, my beauty, however I am, happy, bubbly, and whether you say flirtatious, I love everybody. I'm happy to everybody. Senior citizens, toddlers, everybody. I can't even be myself. I can't even hold my head up to even say hi, acknowledge someone in passing by, to keep my head down. Have you telling me who I can and cannot be friends with, and blocking people and taking people off my Facebook because you feel threatened. You don't trust me. But yet you do what the fuck you want to do, though. How does that work? You shouldn't put limits on people like that. So either, I don't know, it's too much. It's too much. I can't do micromanaging. I've come too far for my freedom, and I'm not going to be choked down with this shit. And so, I don't know. We both have work to do. That is not following my gut. And you're not a bad person. I appreciate you. You're a wonderful man. And I love how you love on me. But I love myself more. So anyway, babe, I'm here if you want to talk. I give up on that challenge. That's not going to happen with you. Too late. Yeah, you failed that challenge. Anyway, just enjoy your morning. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.